Tenakoto Katua, welcome back to the Hive. We are ready to tee up game 2, but first, let's look at last night's 4-0 victory, Australia over New Zealand. Let's look at some highlights.
I don't know if the highlights are playing.
Facing off against number 21, Dylan Devlin. And the officials are ready. The ice is set. Let's drop the puck. Here comes Freer, who wields in. Can't quite get the red line. Great back check by Todd. He sends it forward to Steven. Sends it in front. Great save, Chaba. And the net gets dislodged. Puck out. O'Hanley with it. Fontaine able to poke it away from O'Hanley. Jackson Fontaine with a great hit in the corner.
What a hit. He's not a big guy, and he absolutely laid out the Australian defenseman.
Australia heading up ice. Number 7 looking, going to go D to D. Loose in front. Great block. Gobbled up by Chaba. Was that Dylan Devlin diving face first to put his body on the line?
Wow. What a team effort.
Weekend. Devlin and Todd getting ready to kick off our second period. Again, Fontaine able to jump through and harass Australia. Won by New Zealand, but Carini comes through hard. Dumped back in by Burns. Look to the, oh!
That just squirted through, I think, under the arm of the goaltender.
On that one, holy jumping.
So you can see the goaltender smartly uses the back of his stick, gets his stick on it, but takes a weird bounce off his stick. He made the right decision there, just took a weird bounce right to the New Zealand player. And let's see, does it squirt under his arm there?
And that's the Jackson Fontaine. That's not a guy you want shooting from there.
Oh yeah, just under the arm. I think that even hit the post.
Funes with the shot. Good stick by Ian Otis. Chen on it. He cycles it down. Gets turned over. Here comes Otis, one-on-one with Kasha. He shoots. Toivonen with a glove save. Really? Kubara on it against Daigle. He wins it, looks for a centering pass. That hit a skate in front to his brother Casey. Casey Pretorius, that shot, that hit a body in front. Miettinen shot, backhand, scores!
And as you said, took a bit of chaos for Australia to get it past Chaba, but they've managed to with that scramble. I'm not sure who got that the final stick on it there.
Tyler Kubara with another one for Australia.
Kubara, notoriously always on the score sheets in these series.
Miettinen with a great backhand save. Chaba made the first save, and then Kubara's there. As you can see on the replay, Miettinen forehand, backhand, great save from Chaba, and the rebound.
So Max Lashenko, number 13 Australia, the only player on the Australian team who's never played in the Australian League. He's 21, has been playing in Canada and the US.
Oh, what a play.
That is a beautiful goal.
Chen and Lodge with a great give and go. And the finish there from Lodge.
Beautiful goal there. We see the posts, unfortunately, causes a problem for Chaba. He goes in that RVH position against the post, but the net moves off its mooring. So as he pushes off, he's not able to actually get a proper push off that post to make that save on the one-timer. It would have been a really difficult save to make anyway. But
face off what? By Dalmato. That jumps out. Simon D to D to Sean Brown. Kicks it out. Off of Simon's skate, turned over, shot, 5-hole. Miettinen, tough bounce for Luke Simon. Just bounced off of his skate, wasn't able to control it.
Yeah, that's unlucky there. Yeah, oh, that's an unlucky bounce there for Luke Simon. Not much he could do there.
No.
I think maybe he could have got some backwards momentum skating, but that's just really unlucky. Just a chaotic puck. Not what New Zealand needs right now. Really unlucky there. And showed why they're in a division higher than New Zealand. But New Zealand, the underdogs, are not going to go down without a fight.
No. Tries to reverse it. Webster gets there first. He'll chip it away. Here comes Costa out of the box. Chaba chooses not to play it. Costa with it. Looks for the high man. 2 men in front. Webster shot. Missed the net. Rebound off the end wall. Chaba does well to stop it, and he'll just sit on it. Gets through. Rebound is there, but Otis is home. Heads up.
Oh, what a hit.
Chen takes out Otis. Funes took out Kozak. Looking backdoor back to Steven. Just missed. Fontaine on him. Back to Kashia at the top. Seed sifts it through. Flynn Hayward-Jones with a stop. Fontaine on that one. Shot. Scores.
Ooh. Yeah, Chubba didn't see much there.
Zachary Boyle with the seeing eye shot. But like you said, Bartek, you got to take the goalie's eyes away.
Yeah, that's right.
Look at all that traffic in front of the net. No way Chubba was able to see that one.
Yeah, 2 Australian players battling
and a New Zealand defenseman.
Gets 1 defenseman back there. And Chubba very deep in his net, unfortunately. Probably should have come out a little bit. I mean, there's not much you can do when you can't see the puck. You just got to make yourself big and really hope it hits you at that point. Yeah,
there
we can see his
from this angle.
Oh yeah, that's not much you can see.
Not much that he could see from that. Christensen trying to step into Regan, who gets there first, and that will do it, ladies and gentlemen. That will do it. Kia ora koutou, welcome back. I am Kyle March here with my partner in crime,
Bartek Evertovsky.
And we are ready to get game 2 underway here. Bartek, takeaways from last night's game.
So I think New Zealand and Australia played a pretty even first period. They both had a lot of good chances, both played with a lot of energy. But in the second period, Australia was able to pull away. They were able to score a really chaotic goal, just shove it in, and from there, playing with the lead, it was pretty difficult to for New Zealand to get back against Australia. Australia was able to score 3 more goals. It was 4-0 at the end of the game. So New Zealand will definitely be looking to at least score a goal today. Ideally, score first. I think if the Ice Blacks are able to score first and play with the lead, force Australia to come at them, they might be able to score a few more goals on the counterattack. And as you probably noticed, Kyle, New Zealand did struggle on the power play. Do you think maybe there's some adjustments that they're planning to make today?
I think so. I think they might look to try to penetrate that middle a little bit more. We were talking before we got on here that Australia, and when we were watching the highlights, you guys may have noticed at home, is how good of a job Australia did locking down that middle and just clogging up the middle. There was no way room for a seam pass, no way to penetrate down Main Street into the house, as my old coach used to say. So I think New Zealand's really going to have to work hard to gain middle ice and try to make it hard on the Australian goaltender tonight.
Yeah, he could see a lot of those pucks, and we can see he's got very good fundamentals. Toivonen, who was playing yesterday, he looks very polished his game, and he's going to make those saves if he can see the puck. New Zealand really struggled to get in his face, take away his eyes. I think they'll need to do that today. And yeah, of course, on this international ice, when you force the forwards wide, it's quite a long distance to the net, so it makes it much easier for the goaltender on this big international ice if you force the players to shoot from the outside.
I think the other aspect of tonight's game is going to be that physicality. We saw a little bit of it near the end of the game there in the third period. I think New Zealand's going to look to try to bring the physicality, and Australia, from what we saw last night, is not afraid of it. They're not shy. Said a couple big hits going both ways. Both teams ready to throw the body around. I think is going to make for a very interesting hockey game. Make sure all the glass and the boards are screwed in properly here at the Hive. But I think that physicality is going to be a big part of tonight, eh?
Yeah, that's right. And as you were talking about yesterday, the Australian team, they're a bunch of big boys. They got some big guys out there. New Zealand is a little bit smaller, so they're going to have to battle hard in those corners.
Yep.
Yeah, we're just getting set up here, so we see the nets getting set up. Both teams still in the dressing room, about to come out on the ice in a few minutes. So I believe there's a contest at the moment to pick your series MVP. I think that's through the New Zealand Hockey website, if I remember correctly. So before the start of this game, you need to log on and give your submission for who you think will be the series MVP. If you were to pick from New Zealand, what would be your prediction?
After yesterday's game, I think I would probably give it to Justin Daigle. I thought he was super calm back there, really settled the play down. When Australia was coming in hard on the forecheck, he did a great job of just settling the play down. All right, boys, let's take a breath. Let's get a good breakout here. So for me, I would say Justin Daigle.
Yeah, I think that's a good call. I think for many, many years, he's won the New Zealand Ice Hockey League Defenseman of the Year. I don't know when was the last time he didn't win it. I honestly can't remember. Daigle, very calm player, as you said back there. Played NCAA Division I for Alaska, and I think he was going to play pro, but he had the eye injury that cut his career a bit short. So we're very lucky to have him here in New Zealand.
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah.
I'd say from the Australian side, a little bit of under the radar, but I was impressed personally by Daniel Chen. I thought not too many minutes, but I thought with every shift he was getting better and better as the game wore on. He was physical on the forecheck, turning pucks over, and I thought I thought he made life very, very miserable for the New Zealand Defense Corps.
Yeah. For me, I would pick one of the Kubara brothers because I always see them on the score sheet. One of them got on the score sheet yesterday, I believe. I
think both of them, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, really? Oh, dominance from the Kubara family.
There you go.
I think I saw maybe their father. I saw a Kubara in the chat commenting.
There you go.
So hopefully, Kubara, if you're in the chat there, I hope you're enjoying these games.
Looks like New Zealand here is taking the ice, still waiting on Australia. Hopefully no spiders or snakes that they're dealing with in that change room.
I think that would make them feel at home if we put some spiders and snakes. Maybe a few scorpions.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, we're very lucky here in New Zealand not to have any of those terrifying animals.
Absolutely.
Scariest thing we have over here, maybe a seal,
maybe
shark.
Yeah.
Even our sharks are less aggressive than the Australian sharks. Right.
We're just
both
getting
teams,
ready.
Lining up there.
Getting ready for the national anthem.
Be Jared Brown again bringing us the national anthem. Sung it very beautifully yesterday.
Absolutely, yes. Looking forward to another rendition of both anthems. Hopefully you people, you folks at home are able to hear it just as well as we are.
He almost had a slip on the ice
a little bit
yesterday. He plays hockey as well, but isn't used to walking on the ice.
Just going to wait for Jared to take the ice here. Despite Bartek's best efforts, they did say no. Apologies for the little tease there. I also thought Jared was coming out tonight. I thought his version was better than the recording, personally.
Yeah, he did message me yesterday. I think he said he was coming again today, so hope you're okay, Jared. Hopefully we'll have you back with us tomorrow night. But either way, we're about to kick off here, or face off, rather. Sorry to use the soccerism.
Soccer, that's very Canadian of us. Look at us go.
Kyle actually played varsity soccer. That must have been why I was thinking about the soccer, the kickoff.
Well, I was a very good bench warmer. I'll just leave it at that. Looks
Sometimes
like
riding pine is fun.
someone's got to keep the water bottles full. It looks like our starting goaltender for New Zealand will be number 1, Aston Brooks. And for Australia will be number 20, Alexandre Tétrault.
Oh, very nice pronunciation.
Thank you. My mother would be proud.
Oui, oui. So I believe Aston Brooks, the goaltender for New Zealand, was the top goaltender in the NZIHL last year, I think, by save percentage. I haven't seen him play for the Ice Blacks before. Previously, it was Chuba and Aston Brooks' teammate Hasselman between the pipes, I believe the last 2 or 3 of these Trans-Tasman challenges. So we'll see how Aston Brooks does. He's a very polished-looking goaltender. I can see his technique is very sharp. I like the way he moves. So New Zealand will be counting on him to make some key saves in this first period as they try and weather the pressure from the Australians and counterattack.
Australia leading off with the big boys, Kubara and Miettinen. Countered New Zealand with the Queenstown line, Connor Harrison, Dylan Devlin, and Lockie Freer. And they'll start with the face-off win. Daggle goes up to Harrison. He gets it deep. Nice check by Pretorius on Harrison to start. Devlin wins a puck battle in the corner. Gets kicked free to Kubara. He sends it over across ice to Miettinen. He'll get the red line and get it deep. Devlin in there first. Kubara chasing him. Freer kicks it over. Just through Connor Harrison. Kept in momentarily by Brunt, but that gets turned back. Brunt on it again. Gives it up to Miettinen. He'll go deep. Mitchell Freer gets there first. Turns it back. Michael Atwell on it for a moment. Jordan Chalice is there to clean it up. Connor Harrison looking to get out. He's looking for a change. He'll chip it in cross ice. But they're going to give that an icing. He did not quite get that red line. So they will not be able to change. Looks like the linesmen are trying to pull Justin Daigle back out. Put Callum Burns back on the bench.
Maybe some clever time wasting there, just to catch their breath a little bit. Some gamesmanship from Justin Daigle.
Todd facing off against Atwell to Brooks' right. Warning given to Australia. Atwell wins the draw. Freer kicks it around. Harrison holding for a moment. Can't get it out. Brooks will just hang on just to let his teammates that need a change get a change. Good, smart play from Aston Brooks.
Yeah, good call. He knew that he had some tired legs out there. Yep. Just get the whistle and reset.
Absolutely, especially when you have bits and pieces of a line on that one.
Yeah, that's right. And Atwell won the last draw. Let's see if he can do it again.
Todd, wins that one clean. Kashia sends it around to Todd, sends it up to Carini. He'll look to go in the high slot, nobody home. Chalice circles back over to Amston. Amston goes up to Chris Eden, kicks it over to Chalice. Chalice going for the cross ice dump. I think that went off a leg and out of play.
Some great neutral zone pressure from Australia. You could see them all collapsing around Chalice as soon as he got the puck. He didn't have much space to work with.
Absolutely. We'll just have a face-off at center here. Ian Otis and Webster will face off. Won by Ian Otis. Well done on that one to tie up his man. Christensen sends it down. Oh, took a funny hop, got away from Burns on that one, but he quickly recovers. Well done from New Zealand captain. Over to his D partner, Amston. Amston speeding up ice. Looks for the middle pass and just missed. Dumped back in by Ruck. He'll give chase to Burns. That gets kicked across to Ian Otis. He'll start moving up ice with it. Great neutral zone trap here by Australia. Otis' pass gets kicked all the way to Tétrault. He'll leave it over for Costa. Costa behind his own net. Sends it over to Ruck. Ruck looking for Christensen. Over to Alex Regan. Regan trying to make a pass, intercepted by Lashenko. Here comes Sandoy on it now. He'll just dump it in on Tetro. Rebounds available, but Christensen does well. Him and Sandoy go into the corner. Great physical check there. Woodman coming up with it now. Sean Brown on it. He takes a hard check from Woodman. Funes at the point with it. He'll shoot. That hit a leg in front, didn't quite get to Brooks. Kozak will dump that out. Chen sends that back. Kozak will reset. Goes over to Sandoy. Sandoy avoids a check from Woodman. Gets it over D partner Luke Simon. He'll just circle back behind his own zone. He wheels up ice, sends it over to his partner Sandoy again. Sandoy looking cross ice. That puck is tipped by Lodge. Freer with it, sends it over to Kozak just off his stick. Oh, Sandoy running into his own teammate on that one. Chen with it now, sends it into Todd. He comes through the middle. And Mitchell Freer is going to go for hooking.
Yeah, I think that might be a necessary penalty he took there, as the Australian player was slicing through the defense. Would have been one-on-one. Well, he did get one-on-one with Aston Brooks, but wasn't able to get a quality shot off.
Great pass. Absolutely, sorry to cut you off there, but a great pass by Daniel Chen again. Todd sliding through the lane hard, try to create an offensive chance for that one, and they are rewarded for their troubles.
That's your pick for the series MVP.
I think so. Face off to Brooks' left. Won by Australia cleanly. Todd at the point. Sends it across to Kubara. Back to Todd. Todd to Steven. Steven hanging down. He'll go back up to Todd at the top. Over to Kubara. Casey Kubara unable to handle that one. Fortunate Botany, Paradise Ice Botany bounce, and the Icebox will get a clear.
Yeah, these boards are lively here.
They are.
Got some crazy bounces yesterday.
Todd weaving up. Slingshot back to Casey Kubara. Over to Steven. Steven drops it back to Tyler Kubara. He surveys. Up back to Todd. Over to the other Kubara. Kubara weaving away. He'll go back to Todd at the top. Puts a shot through. I think that hit. Oh, man in front. Rebound. It's loose on the line.
Incredible.
Oh, my goodness.
Did you see that second save from Aston Brooks? And then the defensive effort to keep it off the line. Let's see that again now. Shot from the point. Through traffic.
Hits Kubara in front. Brooks dives back. What a save. And Dylan Devlin right there to protect it, keep it out.
That is solid. Goaltending, solid defense. Dylan Devlin yesterday made that key block as well.
Yes, absolutely. Kubara with the face-off win. Shot save. Rebounds available. Atwell can't get it out. Carini on it. Todd keeps it in momentarily. Stays back in. Steven on it. Todd keeps it at the line again. Over to Steven. Steven can't get it, centering pass. He'll hang on to it, circle back. Across to Kubara. Can't handle that hot pass. Up back to Todd. Todd's shot. That just trickles wide. Steven on it in the corner. Back up to Todd. Over to Steven coming downhill. He'll shoot. Great blocker save through traffic. Well done, Brooks. Kubara over to Steven from there. He'll try that side again. Great block by Daigle. And he'll dump that all the way down.
That was a really good save by Aston Brooks. He was screened. He had a big body in front of him, was able to find the puck and make a good blocker save.
Ivan Dalmatau giving chase to Casey Kubara. He stays on him, looking to pick his pocket. Great puck protection by Kubara. Sends it over to Christensen. Icebox will go even, back to even strength. Webster almost turns it over to Dalmatau, but wins it back. Ruck onto it. He'll dump it down. Sandoy battling with Lashenko. Lashenko kicks it over to Webster. Webster behind the net on the far side. Turns back on Audis. Audis does well to stay with him. He'll cycle it back to Ruck. Luke Simon says hello to him. Christensen stepping up on the play. Battle in the corner there. Ian Audis with it for a second. No one wants it. There it is. Luke Simon will pick it up, and he'll rim it around. Kept in by Costa. Audis gets that out. Christensen will dump that back in. Sandoy onto it. Meets a check from Lashenko. Lashenko still on it. looking to center. Great defensive play by Otis again. Regan with it, going up ice. Looking to go cross ice. That's picked off by Woodman. Here comes Regan again with Ivan Dalmatau. Looks to shoot, just can't pull the trigger. I think we have a Dalmatau broke his stick on that one. Golden opportunity.
Yeah. Darren Blanc is going to be happy with his 6 sales this week.
Absolutely. Best shop in New Zealand for your ice hockey gear, I'd say. Amson kicks it over to Callum Burns. Burns looking up ice. Goes cross ice. That's picked off by Daniel Chen coming off the bench. Amson wins it back. He'll go over to Chalice. Chalice looking to get his feet moving up ice. Goes to the middle. Cuts it over. Well tipped in by Atwell just to get to the bench for a change. Boyle onto it now. He'll turn away from the checking of Eden. Kicks it over to Funes. Funes will send that to Chen. Just jumped through Chen. Potentially an icing. No, it's waved off. Well done by Callum Burns to get there. Heads up. Pocket picked by Lodge for a moment. Nice check by Amston to say hello to him. A couple Australian players collide behind the net. Puck kicks free to the near side. Kasia sends in, gets a check from Amston for his troubles. Chalice with it now. He'll send it up to the neutral territory. Boyle had it for a moment. Got checked, and now Amston's with it through center ice for New Zealand. He'll get the red line, get it deep onto Tetro, and he'll just hang on with Dylan Devlin bearing down on him.
I think that was a good call. New Zealand's really struggling with their zone entries, so he just got the shot in on the Australian goalie, forced him to make a catch and hold on to it so they can get a face-off. Hopefully win the draw and create some chances.
Absolutely. It's one of those, maybe at the end of a shift, just get the puck deep and force the other team, force a no-zone draw for yourself. Devlin on against Todd here to Tetro's left. Scramble draw. Dylan Devlin in front of that, goes to the backhand, just can't pull the trigger. It was Boyle at the diving play. Finishes his check on Devlin. Daigle D to D to Freer, kicks it back into the corner. Harrison looking to center to Devlin, that's picked off. Daigle stepping up on the play. Boyle trying to take the puck. Daigle steals it, cuts in front. Well read by Tetro to seal his post. Freer puts it in the corner. Harrison onto it, goes back up to Freer. Slap shot, that's blocked by Todd. He'll look to send it up, but Freer got a stick on it. Steven and Carini looking for a 2-on-1, but great back check. Great move by Steven. Centering pass, great play by Daigle to clear that away from danger. Brunt will start in Australian ice. D to Casey Kubara. He'll survey, goes back to Brunt. Brunt up right to Miettinen. Battle there with Kozak. Miettinen wins that back. Little ping pong back and forth in neutral zone, but Tyler Kubara will start up ice, but his brother went offside. I'm sure they'll talk about that one at the family dinner table. What are you doing? The blue line's there.
It's tough to see these blue lines. They're a little bit faded. I think they need to repaint them. Hey, rink manager, if you're watching, please repaint the blue lines. Make our lives a bit easier. And we're seeing on that replay now, maybe the first real chance for New Zealand as Justin Daigle drove in towards the net there. Nice aggressive play from the defenseman.
Kozak dumping it in. Sean Brown giving chase. Again, I apologize to Sean Brown and his friends and family for calling him Joe Orr yesterday. But I've learned from my mistake, and I know that is now Sean Brown. Kubara coming up ice with it. Brother did well to stay onside that time. That gets dumped in. It's in the feet. Send over. Kubara on it again. Sean Brown taking his man to the wall. Miettinen kicks it out to the other Kubara. Just bounced off his stick. Flight will send that to Kozak. He'll head up ice on Pretoria. Sends it to Hayward Jones, who stepped up. His shot, that hit a stick and just went wide. Kozak on it again. He gets finished by Pretorius. Atwell looks for a shot. That's blocked by Brunt. Looks to send it up. And here comes Kubara again at the end of a shift. Miettinen will put that on net. And Brooks will hang on to that.
Might as well play it safe. He did have the time to play the puck, but with the Australian player chasing after his defenseman, might as well cover it up, trust the centerman to win the draw.
Absolutely, yep.
And that was a nice attack by Kozak and Hayward Jones there. Hayward Jones, the defenseman, jumping into the play. Kozak drove the middle, created some space for his teammate to get a shot off.
Atwell face off against Webster. Webster wins that one. Up to Christensen. Christian puts a shot on net. That's tipped. Bouncing in front of Brooks, but swept away. Chris Eden will get there first. He goes D to Chalice. Great take, great pass. Oh, he had Amston. That just hit an Australian skate. Webster onto it now, leaves it with Chen. Excuse me, not Chen, Costa. Webster back on it again. Lishenko gets on the drop pass. Oh, just great shot from Ruck and a better stick by the long reach of Steven Amston to put that up and out of play.
Yeah, that was a high quality scoring chance if he was able to get on that really good stick by the defenseman to protect his goaltender.
Absolutely great drop pass here, and you'll see Steven Amston stick on puck, and that gets cleared away from danger.
Yeah.
Otis against Woodman for this draw.
Some nice chemistry from the Australian forwards. He knew where his teammate would be.
Scrambled draw controlled by Australia. Woodman on it, goes up to the point to Funes. Funes puts a shot on net. Rebounds available, still there. Loose, no. Aston Brooks has it.
Oh, well done, Aston Brooks. He, not the best rebound control on the initial shot. I think he would have liked to have controlled that better. Got his stick on it and deflect into the corner, but he does really well to recover. He doesn't give up, fights for it, manages to sit on the puck, get the whistle.
Otis and Woodman will do it again from the other side. Otis winning that one, but Chen jumping through. Sent up to O'Hanley. He'll put that on. Woodman trying to tip, couldn't get all the way through. Lodge on it now. He puts that one on net. May have hit a leg and gone to the corner. O'Hanley will kick that back into the corner. Heads up. Chen just stepped out of the way of a check there. Over to Funes. That took a weird hop and away from him. Regan chasing onto it. Lodge, great defensive play getting back. Funes will try to chip it in. Freer does well to stop it. Regan with it now. He'll send it over to Daigle. Reverse it. Back to Freer. Mitchell Freer with it behind his own net. Has a look. Hangs on to it. He'll circle back in his own zone. Almost his pocket pick by Woodman. Justin Daigle, defense partner support, and that gets up and out. D to Kasia. Kasia hinges back to his D partner. Back to Boyle. Boyle sends it up to Chen. He's at the end of a shift. Probably look to get to the bench here. Daigle in on Todd. Todd comes up with it. Goes up to the point to Boyle. Over to Kasia. Shoots. And a good save there. No rebound available.
Yeah, well done, Aston Brooks, covering up the puck there. It's interesting, we were talking about the game, that Daigle and his usual D partner, Flynn Hayward-Jones, have been split up this game. I think they were playing together yesterday, but today Daigle's playing with Cam Freer, and maybe there's a little bit of miscommunication on that previous shift because they don't usually play together.
Devlin and Todd do this one. Todd wins that one clean. Slap shot again through traffic.
That was a good save. There was a flyby screen. Hopefully we'll see on the replay there. I think we saw a player skate right in front of Aston Brooks' line of sight, but he was able to find the puck and deflect it up into the netting.
Good shot from Kasia, great save, and a lucky fan gets a souvenir.
That's right. You got to be careful when you're at a hockey game. Got to watch for those flying pucks.
That's it. They'll do it again here. Another one by Todd. Intentionally wide. Comes around to the other side. Boyle pinching down, keeps it in. Todd over, looks for the high slot to Steven. He's on it, still at the blue line. Down to Boyle. Him and Steven switch spots. He leaves it for Todd. Todd coming up to the top of the circle. Over to Kasia in the middle. He shoots. And that's gobbled up by Aston Brooks.
You can see the Australians this game. They're doing really well to get traffic in front of Aston Brooks. In that case, his defenseman was able to move the Australian attacker out of the way. But we've seen lots of chances so far where the Australians are parked up in front of that New Zealand goal, creating chaos, pouncing on rebounds.
The Australians are creating a lot of really good chances off the cycle. You can see the defense are activating down into the corner, creating a lot of havoc and mismatches in the New Zealand defense.
Yeah, the Kiwis will definitely need to tighten up defensively.
Draw one by Atwell. Over to Pretorius. Pretorius puts it down in the corner. Amson and Miettinen will battle for it. Amson with a nice little move around Kubar to head up ice. He'll try to send it cross ice there, but Brunt will get to it first. Look for Miettinen with a little trick play, but that I think hit the linesman and may have stayed in. Over to Amston. Amston over to Atwell. He'll deflect that in. He'll chase it. Brunt gets there first. Heads up. Kicks over to Miettinen. Touch pass to Kubara. Kubara coming up this near side. Going wide on Freer. Circles around the net. Shot. Loose. I don't think Aston Brooks knew he had it. Kubara still onto it. Over to Brunt. Brunt sends it down. Freer and Kubara battling in the corner. Kubara gets there first. Eden does well to seal the point, forces him to turn back. Kubara on it now. Sends it over to Brunt. Wrist shot. That just goes wide, and that'll rim around, but Pretorius keeps it in. No, he cannot. Goes over to Kubara again. That just hopped over his stick, looking for a quick break. Brunt on it again. Leaves it for Lushenko, head to the bench. Brown on the forecheck, rims it around. Nobody's there. Eden will get there first. That jumps through him. Kubara will just go off the glass, but not out. Great play by Freer to keep that in. Kozak giving chase.
That could have been a penalty back there behind the net. Saw a Kiwi player take a tumble. Referee decides not to call it.
Dago does well, chops that back. Chen onto it with speed. He'll shoot. Glove save by Aston Brooks.
Good save there by Aston Brooks. Making the
Costa,
save.
excuse me, calling him Chen, excuse me, Costa.
Getting the whistle. Shots are now 13, once we see the scoreboard updated, 13-4 for Australia. They've been really dominant in this first period offensively. Nice view from behind the net there of this save.
Webster and Otis will duel this face-off here. Otis did well to win that one. Luke Simon behind his own net stops up, surveys here. They'll start curling. He starts up ice. Doesn't like what he sees, he'll just start again. Goes to his partner, Sandoy. Sandoy looking through the middle. Dalmato stick lift. Oh, what a chance off the end wall.
Out of nowhere.
Do you think that was a designed play? The Australian defense lifted Dalmato's stick, which is why the icing was negated, and the bounce was a good chance. Great save there by Brooks.
I think it was just good opportunity, opportunism.
Rimmed around, Costa keeps it in. Over to Webster in front, shot, glove save.
Snagged by Aston Brooks. He's dialed in this period. He's made, I think that'll be 14 saves now once the shot clock is updated.
So Dalmato gets his stick lifted by Christensen and beats him to the front of the net. And a great chance, a great defensive play by Costa coming back.
Ivan Dalmato, he's a very skilled player. Known for scoring lots of between the legs goals. Does it to me way too often.
You've been a victim of a couple of those.
Too many. I know he's going to do it. He still gets away with it.
It still works. Burns with it now. Reverses it. Amston onto it. Gives it to Harrison. Heads up. Funes coming down with some speed. Devlin overskates it. Lodge with it now. Stick check by Freer, who sends it down. Tretot will have to come out. He sends it over to Chen. That just missed. Freer onto it now. He'll go D to D to Amston. Amston up ice. He'll look. He drops it back for Freer. Freer across to Harrison. He'll go deep. Not all the way deep. Funes intercepts that. Sends that up to Woodman. Heads up. Stephen Amston stepped into him. Chen onto it now. He'll put a shot short side. That's gloved away. Another broken stick. Pass out in front and Lockie Freer's onto it. High flip into the middle. And Kashia's on it. And sends it over to Chen. Chen stops up. Off Boyle's skate, back to Chen. Tries to send it back to Boyle, over to Freer to intercept. 3-on-1 here. Chalice and Atwell. Great trap. Oh, what a save by Tretot.
What a save. Absolutely outrageous.
Was it in?
Oh, maybe it was. I heard a horn go off.
No goal is the call.
Yeah, I don't think that's a goal. You know it's a great save when the horn goes off.
That's it. I think Australia is getting a penalty here. A great pass from Chalice. What a save by Tretot.
Hopefully we'll see it behind the net view. It was either off the shoulder or the blocker there.
But it looks like Australia's getting, great save right off the shoulder.
So
number 6, Boyle, will be sitting for 2 minutes or less for a slashing penalty. I didn't see where the penalty was because we were watching the golden opportunity. What a pass by Jordan Chalice and Michael Atwell. With a golden opportunity, but Tretot up to the task. Face-off one there by Freer, over up to Daigle. Back to Mitchell Freer, back to Daigle. Puts a shot on net, great blocker save by Tretot. Chalice onto it, sends it down to Lockie Freer. He lets that one go by to Chris Eden. Eden back down to Lockie Freer. Freer behind the attacking net, over to Chalice. Looks for the backdoor feed, Chris Eden just missed. What a great look. Battle there, Pretorius wins the battle, heads up on the bench.
Ooh.
Looked like there's an expensive camera down there. Hopefully that's okay. A couple thumbs up.
Luckily, no one got hurt there. Yeah, that was a great chance there. We're seeing that on the replay now. Nice seam pass. Sauces it. I think it just doesn't land quite flat for, I think it was Eden taking that one-timer shot.
Is it Carini with a great stick defensive? Little shoulder check. Gets a oh, no, just didn't quite land. Great pass. Face-off won by the Ice Blacks. Frere will battle to it. Daigle has it now. Spins away from Kubara. Kubara staying on him. Couple stick lifts. And he's able to steal it. Just for a moment, but great play by Frere to battle. Daigle onto it now. Sends it down low to Frere. Looks for a net shot. Great save. Frere onto it again. Looks like the net has been dislodged, and we're just going to have a face-off.
Great work by Daigle there.
No change. No change. The referees feel that it was the Australian goalie who knocked it off. Therefore, no change for Australia. Great battle by Frere, by Mitchell Frere and Justin Daigle here on the corner. I think it was Kubara was all over him, 1v2. Great battle there.
Such a big difference when you have a defenseman comfortable with handling the puck on the blue line, drawing that pressure, and then creating an opening as Justin Daigle did there.
Absolutely. Frere wins that. Daigle gets to it first. He'll go to Mitchell Frere, hang on to it. He goes to Justin Daigle, tips it over to Chris Eden. Over to Daigle, one-timer slap shot, and that is swallowed up by Tétrault. Lockie Frere, just like we mentioned pregame, right into Tétrault's eyes, trying to make life difficult for him, but he's square to that shot.
This power play is looking a lot better than it did yesterday. It's looking a lot more dynamic. I think yesterday we saw a lot of movement around that umbrella near the point, trying to get that shot off, and the Australians were not giving them anything. And now New Zealand's getting some players in front of the Australian goaltender, creating some seam passes, not just being predictable.
Well done by Webster to just fire that face-off forward and all the way down. New Zealand will start again in their own zone via Amston. Steps out over to Ian Otis, all the way across to Callum Burns. He'll look to head up ice to Dalmatau. He sends it behind the net to Atwell, kicks it back to Burns. Great puck movement by the Ice Blacks. Slap shot, that didn't get through from Amston. I think that hit a leg in front. Battle in the corner there. Pretorius will get to it first. Heads up on the bench again. Nope, just gets through. Almost hit someone. Amston did well not to let it get all the way down. Sends it over to Burns again. Just hopped over his stick. Brunt will send that not all the way. Otis with it now. He sends that cross ice to Burns again. He's got Atwell driving to the net. Just dumped through. It looks like he's drawn a penalty. Yes. Well done by Michael Atwell.
We are totally unbiased, by the way.
Absolutely. I've never claimed to be biased.
No, it was a good power play from New Zealand. I think that will give them some energy.
Nice block by Pretorius, as you just saw in that replay. But he'll go sit for 2 minutes for hooking, or holding, excuse me, just seeing the referee signal. Well done by Michael Atwell to keep his feet moving and force the defenseman into a penalty. 6 seconds left for this 5-on-3 here, and that gets cleared down by O'Hanley. And that'll do it for the 5-on-3, but New Zealand is still on a power play here for another minute 52. Daigle coming up through the middle. Sends it to Mitchell Frere. Tries to kick it back to Daigle, but Todd intercepts. He heads wide, wraps around. He'll just go back, clear the zone. Todd's still onto it, and then he'll dump it down. That hit Mitchell Frere. Carini gets there first, over to O'Hanley, and he'll just send that all the way down.
Good penalty killing from the Australians here.
Justin Daigle onto it now. He weaves up ice. He'll send that down. Funes knocked that out of the air. Chalice knocked that one out of the air, but that goes to Kubara here. Short-handed chance. Fires. Scores. Short side.
Oh, that's a tough one for
Casey Kubara rips it short side. So the indirect pass by Funes. Skate to stick, and he'll snap that over the glove of Aston Brooks.
Yeah, I think Brooks was cheating slightly off his post. I think he was expecting either a net drive to the far post or a pass across to his teammate. But the Australian player, his teammate was tied up with the defenseman, decided to go for it himself, spotted that top corner, blasted it in.
New Zealand will look to answer with 1:03 left on this power play. Face-off won by the Australians, but Ivan Damto gets there first, looks for the middle to Ian Otis, just missed his man. He'll kick that to Callum Burns, who wraps it all the way around. Dalmato giving chase. He'll get there first to Ian Otis, who hangs on to it. Goes up to Callum Burns. Burns at the point. Dita. Amston slap shot. Pad save by Tetro. Dalmato gets there first. Over to Amston. Over to Dalmato. Looks for the cross seam pass, but Webster is there and gets the clear. 33 seconds left. Amston with it now. Goes cross ice to Sean Brown. Hopped off his stick, but does well to stay with it. Christensen sends it up. Not out, just bounces out. Sean Brown onto it now. He'll dump it in and chase on Costa. Well done to win the puck. Looking to center off the bench. Kozak has it now. Sandoy with it. Puts a shot. Oh, nice try by Sean Brown with a tip there. Oh, nice try off the crossbar from Kozak. And it's Chen who will dump it down the ice. And Flynn Hayward-Jones will start again in his own zone. 42 seconds left in this first period. He sends it to Kozak. Kasia meets him. He'll win it back from Kozak. Kasia getting his feet moving up ice. Sends it to Todd. Todd wheeling down the far side. Great stick by Hayward-Jones, keeping to the outside. Up to the point to Boyle. Boyle sends that wide. Kasia takes a hard hit. Todd goes in and hits Flight. Kasia on it again. Kozak hits him. Hayward-Jones looking to go. He'll get stepped into by Todd, and that gets sent back to Steven. He'll hang on to it. Over to Todd, back to Steven. Coming through near side with speed. Sandoy with a little poke check away. Chalice onto it now, and that will do it for the first period. That was not a save, unfortunately, for Tetro on the stat sheet, as the horn had gone. And that'll do it for the first period. Shots 13-8 for Australia, and they lead 1-0.
So I think the shot count might be inaccurate, because I remember it was 14 at one point, and then they had the goal. So I think it'll be updated a bit later. I'm guessing it's around 15 for Australia. But yeah, as we saw, a really good period from Australia. They were very dominant, got the goal to reward them for their dominance, shorthanded on the New Zealand power play. New Zealand started really slow, but I think they got their legs under them with that first power play. We saw some great stuff. Unfortunately, the second power play, they gave up the goal shorthanded.
With that being said, I thought New Zealand looked dangerous on that power play. They're more of a shooting mentality. I mean, Stephen Amston putting shots on, Justin Daigle getting shots on. You saw Lockie Freer in front of the net trying to take away Tetro's eyes. So they are trending in the right direction, and they are looking more dangerous.
Yeah, that was a very positive power play for New Zealand. Much less predictable than we saw yesterday, where it was just passing around the outside, looking for a shot opportunity. We had Daigle stick handling it, creating options for his teammates, drawing the pressure to create some chances. So they'll need to build on that and hopefully score a goal in the next period.
That's it, 40 minutes left to go. That'll do it for us for this first period. As Bartek would say, go grab a beer, and we'll see you on the flip side. Kia ora koutou, welcome back here to the Hive. I am Kyle March here with my partner.
Bartek Evertovsky.
And we are here to bring you the second period of the second game of the Trans-Tasman clash. We are going to look back at that golden opportunity that New Zealand had. Jordan Chalice sending that across to Michael Atwell on the 2-on-1. So you see that slide through, and looks like it maybe hit his Tetro's hip or shoulder, and then kicked the net off as well. So here we'll get a beautiful look at it. A great pass, and
maybe blocker or
shoulder. Either way, it was a phenomenal save.
Yeah, phenomenal save. I think one thing the New Zealand player could have done, you saw the puck carrier, he was showing past the entire way. You saw him looking at his teammate. He didn't have his blade open towards the net, so the goaltender knows he's not in a shooting position. He knows a pass is coming, and that really helps the goaltender to be able to load up his leg, push across to make that save. So I think if New Zealand gets a similar opportunity in the future, the forward needs to open up their blade towards the net, make the goaltender respect that shot, because he's a very good goaltender. If he knows you're going to pass, he's going to be able to push across, make a big save like he did there.
I think the other one thing on that one is Atwell would have liked to have elevated that puck. Tetro did a great job of sealing the bottom of the net. So big, came across well. If you could have just elevated it a little bit higher, then I think that's in the back of the net, and it's 1-0 the other way.
Yeah, there was some space under the bar.
Never you mind. Here we are. 1-0 Australia leads. We're ready to kick off this second period. And the puck is down. Freer dumps it in. Took a weird hop on Tetro, but he kept that out. Costa onto it now, or Kasia, excuse me. Leaves it for Todd. He'll wheel up the far side. Sends it to Steven, just missed. Boyle moving up. He'll dump that in. Brooks stopped the weird hop there. Todd on it again, looking to center to Carini. Carini onto it now. Harassed by Dago, who gets him to turn it over, and the puck comes out. Boyle will have it in his own zone, and he sends it up. Skips Steven. Freer absorbs a check from Todd. Kicks it over to Carini. He'll look to enter the zone. Dago did well to step up. Michael Atwell coming in. Could have a 2-on-1 if he hurries. Just stopped up on the boards. Great shot and a tip. It could, where is it? It is, oh, heads up.
That was a really good chance out of nowhere as well. Atwell finds, I think that was Chalice there in front of the net, gets it right on his tape, and Chalice tries to deflect it through the goaltender's legs. And that was, as you beautifully pronounce it, Tetro making the save, squeezing the legs together.
That was a great play by Jordan Chalice just to get lost in coverage, and a great save and a great pass from Michael Atwell on that one.
Yeah, creating offense out of nothing.
Draw one by Australia. Pretorius has it tape to Miettinen. He'll go high flip off the ceiling. So no penalty on that play, but the faceoff will come back down to the left of Tetro.
As you can see in the chat, Roger saying Stephen Rod from Mustang should have flown over to commentate. I'm sorry, Roger, are you not happy with our commentary?
We're always looking to improve. If we have another professional, we're more than happy to accept them on the team. Face-off won by Australia. Pretorius onto it. Side steps at Michael Atwell. Eden gobbles it up. Collected by Casey Kubara. He'll step up ice with it. Wheeling wide. Steps around Burns. Amson kicks it out to the point. Pretorius the shot. Hit his own man in front. Doesn't get through. Brunt stepping up on the play. He looks to center. That hit his skate. Over to Chris Eden. He'll wheel up ice now. Going through middle ice, looking to send it wide, but that hit a leg and didn't get through. Ian Otis trying to get it deep and does. I think Miettinen hit Chris Eden as well as the linesman. Turned over to Dalmatau in front of the net. He looks to center, picked off by Pretorius. Tries to clear, can't clear. Luke Simon will send that deep. Otis onto the puck. Looks to rim it to Dalmatau and does. Dalmatau protecting the puck away. Goes up to the point to Simon. Simon will shoot. Scores! New Zealand with the first goal. Ian Otis, what a tip.
Beautiful tip there. Luke Simon gets it on net. Otis tips it out of there. Absolutely no chance for the Australian goaltender to make a save there. You really just have to hope it hits you. The crowd is going wild. Packed house out here.
What a pass by Ivan Dalmatau. A great shot. Luke Simon head up. And a great tip by Ian Otis. I thought it was Chris Eden who got there, but I am happy to be wrong on that one. Ian Otis, what a tip. If I'm not mistaken, I think that might be his first goal for the New Zealand Ice Blacks.
Congratulations, Ian Otis, and what a way to do it with that goal, tying it up. This packed house is loving it. I think we have 1,000 people here, right?
I'm not sure, but
I believe
it
so,
is sold
surely.
out. It is sold out, I'll tell you that much for free. We are all tied up at 1 in game 2. Sandoy D to Simon. Simon gets it out, Ruck. Kept it in, excuse me, over to Webster. Webster shoots, that goes high and wide. Kozak onto it now. Christensen pinches, keeps it in. Simon stepping up, and he'll chip it out. Lashenko, D. Back to Lashenko. Lashenko to Ruck, back to Lashenko with speed. Can't quite corral it. Webster onto it now. He'll just dump that down. Luke Simon on it now. He goes to Remy Sandoy. Sandoy back to Simon. Simon going up ice with it. Sidesteps the F1. Tries to dump it. Fans on it. Christensen sends it to Ruck. Ruck will just reset. Tries to go to Webster. That's picked off for a moment, but here comes Chen with it now. He can't quite bust through, and that gets sent back to Australian ice. Christensen holding it now behind his own net. He'll wait for reinforcements. Heads up. Had to sidestep his own man on that one. Heads up, and he has flipped it over the glass, and he knows it. No hiding that one. That is 2 minutes for delay of game.
Really good opportunity for New Zealand. They've just scored. They're looking good. And now a chance to take the lead for the first time in this Trans-Tasman challenge.
I think that's, unfortunately for Christensen, that is one of the perks of playing here all the time is you know that that's a short glass. I'm sure in Australia the glass is a lot taller, and he would have simply just gone off the glass on that one. But
yeah, it is quite short, actually.
Nevertheless, it's out of play. He's got to sit for 2 or less, but Australia will clear that down, and the Ice Blacks will start in their own zone. Justin Daigle starting behind his own net. Over to Mitchell Freer. Tries to send it through. That went through O'Hanley's stick, so no icing. Chris Eden gets there first. Funes on him. Funes wins the battle and will dump that down. Race for it here. Woodman beating the defenseman, but not Aston Brooks, who had a way big head start standing in the net. And that gets sent back down to O'Hanley. Weird bounce off the Zamboni door, but fortunately no danger there. Daigle will turn back and reset.
I think maybe Aston Brooks doesn't realize how dangerous that Zamboni door is. Being from Queenstown, doesn't play here as often.
First sends that down. His brother will chase. That gets wrapped around by Kashia, who will send that all the way to Brooks, who will leave it for Daigle.
Regarding your comments on the glass, Volrath in the chat is saying majority of rinks in Australia actually don't have any glass.
Oh, well, there you go. We learned something new today. Dalmatel busting and shot. Pad save, Tetro. Wood stepped into Amston. That was a heavy hit. Australia going up the far side. Steven will send that all the way back to Todd in his own zone. Todd back to Steven on the blue line. He'll head in 1-on-3. Shot short side. Brooks seals that one off, and he'll jump on that with Wood coming down Main Street looking for a loose puck there.
Yeah, well done by Australia to force a face-off in the New Zealand zone here, killing some more time on the penalty. And I can see Zane, superfan, Swarm superfan in the chat watching from the hospital. Really enjoyed that goal. Hope you're enjoying the game, Zane, and get well soon.
Michael Atwell wins the face-off away from Kubara. Amston starting with it behind his own net. Looking up ice. Finds Callum Burns. Stops up. Tries to send it down to Atwell, but that's picked off, and Atwell will dump Brunt. Amston with it at the top. He shot just high and wide, seeing eye shot. Didn't miss by much. Atwell trying to step into Kubara, who sidestepped that one. Burns down to Atwell. Penalty expiring here. Atwell's pass to Burns just misfired, and that goes all the way back down. Aston Brooks out to play it. Fans on that pass. Kubara tries to pick his pocket, tries to center, but can't. A little luck there for the Ice Blacks. Ruck onto the puck in neutral ice. Tries to get it through. Well done by Devlin to harass that. And it bounces around back to Casey Kubara. Hang on to his own zone. Surveying the ice. Sends it to Pretorius, or not Pretorius, excuse me, Lashenko. He'll try to chip that deep, but up and out of play, and we will have a stoppage.
Seeing on the replay now, one of the chances for New Zealand. There's that high shot just over the netting and into the glass. Not the best power play for New Zealand this time. They looked a little bit more dangerous in the first period, but the score is still 1-1.
Dylan Devlin wins that face-off. Well done by him to win that. Hayward Jones with the puck now. Behind his own zone. Australia setting up a neutral zone trap again. Devlin chipping it through. Christensen will stop it, send it back. Gets kicked through. Webster has a step. Aston Brooks had to come out. That goes off the glass. Very nearly a penalty. But Freer will take Ruck down, and that'll be 2 minutes for hooking.
Just as you said, nearly a penalty. Takes a penalty immediately.
There you go.
Commentator's curse.
That's it. I apologize. That one's on me, boys. Sorry.
You can see some Canadians watching here. Bayview Ghost, 12:30 a.m. in Ontario. Where are you watching from in Ontario? I'm from Brampton. Kyle's from Barrie.
Barrie. My dad's actually from Brampton as well.
Oh,
so
really?
A little bit of a Brampton connection
nice,
there.
the Brampton connection.
Remember going to the old Brampton Battalion games.
Oh, yeah. I loved watching them back in the day.
There you go. Todd at the point. Head up. Seeing eye shot. Tipped. Loose. A great play by Daigle to clear that away. Very dangerous looking from Tyler Kubara. Todd onto it again. Sends it over to Ruck. Or not Ruck, excuse me. That was Steven. To Kubara, back to Todd, down to Steven, back up to Kubara. He'll shoot, save made, rebound, Kubara denied on the backhand. Kubara again, over to Todd. Todd seeing eye shot, rebound's available, it's loose. Casey Kubara coming down off the point, try to win a puck. He gets his pocket picked by Chalice, and Daigle with the clear. Australia and New Zealand looking to make some changes on that one.
Australian
Todd
goalkeeper
coming
does
up.
really well to play it quickly.
That's the one thing, too. Both Australian goalies play the puck very well. Up to Todd at the point. Has it shot off the crossbar. Still there. Freer levels Miettinen. And Amson will send that all the way around. Todd late in a shift. Harrison on him. Steps around Todd up the ice. Over to Ruck. Ruck enters the zone. Drops to Webster. Webster to Miettinen, back to Webster. Shot, save, rebound. Great save, great double save by Brooks. Funes denied on the doorstep. Amson can't clear, great stick by Miettinen. Ruck onto it now. Amson wins the battle from him and clears it. He needs a change desperately. He's hustling to the bench. He got caught out there a little bit longer than he would have liked to.
Well battled to get that puck out.
Boyle did well there. Webster turns back around. 7 seconds left on the power play. Webster crosses the red line. Heads up. Well done by Kozak to stay with them. From his knees over to Ruck, excuse me. Shot from the high slot. And that's gobbled up by
really well done.
Brooks. That
Important
was
part,
Woodman.
not giving up a rebound there.
No, Woodman with a golden opportunity. Todd with a great shot there off the crossbar.
Yeah, we saw some big saves from Brooks and from the crossbar on this power play. Australia looking really dangerous out here right now.
Sandoy on it. Trying to avoid the checking of Lodge. Lodge picks his pocket.
And
but he is going to take the hooking penalty. He doesn't like the call. But New Zealand with the chance to go on the power play here with 11:48 left in the second period.
I think Sandoy, I saw him grab his face. I don't know if he took a little bit of a stick up there. Doesn't look like he was cut. I think he was checking for blood.
Excuse me, it was Chen. Daniel Chen takes that 2 minutes for hooking there. It was not Lodge. Lodge with a great forecheck, but they didn't like the call. That one they felt maybe it wasn't. But we're not the ones with the stripes. We're just the guys in the fantastic lumberjack outfits, as was called out. This is just what I wore on a normal day back home.
Yeah, this is a Canadian uniform.
That's it. I'd get married in this. Chris Eden with it now on the half wall. Up to Daigle at the top. Over to Freer. Slap shot one time. That just missed. Chalice did well to corral that one. Eden with it now. Up to Daigle at the top. Over to Freer. He'll try again. Slap shot. Great save by Tetreault. And that gets cleared out, but not all the way. Daigle swings back into his own zone. Over to Lockie Freer. Lockie Freer looking to cut. Well done by Brunt to force him back. Chris Eden with it now. Oh, what a move. Great pass to Chalice. Chalice looking middle ice. Great shot. Save. Rebound. It's there. Wow. What a move by Chris Eden over to Chalice. And again, Jordan Chalice, great vision. Nearly had Freer going to the net. Or had Freer going to the net, I should say. Just couldn't get it by Tetreault. Great entry and a great try by New Zealand. Heads up. Todd caught Otis looking back at the puck. Great shot by Daigle. That goes wide. Todd onto Otis again. He'll send it to Dalmatau. Just missed his man, and Kashia has it now. He'll send that all the way, but not all the way, as Dalmatau knocked that out of the air, and he'll go back to Amston. Amston over to Dalmatau. He leaves it for Burns, who wheels up ice on the far side. Kubara did well to get into him, and he'll dump that back down. Amston behind his own zone, left there by Brooks. He'll go up to Burns. Burns up this near side. Wheeling and dealing, harassed by Kubara. Burns sends that down and around. Dalmatau wins the race, sends it to Otis. Slap shot by Brown, high and wide. Burns gets there first, sends it to the middle. Otis again in the middle. Great opportunity there. Maybe a second goal. Power penalty expiring here for Australia. Sean Brown over to Ivan Dalmatau. Great play by Kubara. Here comes Chen out of the box with speed. Well done by backdoor play. Oh, nice try. Well done by Chen. Stay calm. Sent up to Christensen. D to Costa. Costa shot. Save made. There is no rebound.
Well done, Aston Brooks, gobbling that one up. Hopefully we'll see a replay of that chance for New Zealand. That massive save by Tetreault on the one-timer on the power play.
Also, just looking at the comment, we'd absolutely like to shout out our under-18s New Zealand national team competing in Mexico. We hope you're doing well over there, boys. Bring home some hardware for the good guys, yeah?
That's right. I believe Cam Stephen is coaching the team, so good luck, Cam. Get the gold.
Michael Atwell here on the draw. I can step through. It's available. Where is it? And it is in Aston Brooks' breadbasket.
Both goalies trading big saves out here. It's going to take some chaos. Another tip screenshot to beat one of these goalies.
Absolutely. Webster did well to jump through on that face-off. Just goes to show you the importance of face-offs every single time all over the ice. Webster with another clean win. Christensen onto it now. Sends that through. That might hit a skate in front. Lashenko boxed out by Sandoy. They battle for it behind the net. Chopped up just past Chris Eden. Kicked in by Costa. Chris Eden clears that to neutral ice over to Christensen. He'll get the red line in deep. Weird bounce off the board. Simon with it now. Webster harassing him, but Simon's able to skate away. Great pass to Chris Eden. He'll look to beat Costa. Cut to the middle. He'll draw a penalty. Rebounds available? No. Well done by Christian. Penalty shot. Oh my goodness. We have a penalty shot, folks. That's not something you see every day.
Huge credit to Luke Simon for creating that. He evaded the pressure, was really calm with it, did not panic and throw the puck away, evaded the pressure in his defensive zone, made that long stretch pass to create that breakaway. And the crowd is loving it.
Absolutely, and what a great play by Chris Eden to try to drive the middle, keep his feet moving, and force the Australian defenseman into a penalty.
Yeah, that's right. He drove the middle, got inside position, forced the Australian to take the penalty there.
So Todd just discussing with the official. He doesn't think it's a penalty shot. He's saying probably should have been a penalty, but the referees have called a penalty shot, so that's what they're going to give. That is what they are going to give.
Yeah, as a completely unbiased commentator, I think that was the right call.
The crowd will hold their breath. Chris Eden is ready. Tetreault is ready. Here we go. Crowd rallying behind him. Little S pattern. Good speed. Forehand. Looking 5-hole. Tetreault says no. Little backhand, forehand. Looking 5-hole. Looking for Tetreault to open up the wickets, but was unable to. Well done by Tetreault to seal the 5-hole.
Yeah, he tracked that really well. Watched him all the way in. squeeze the pads.
You can see it even on, this would be a good angle of it here. There's not a lot of room between the legs as he came across. The stick was there, not much to shoot at. All right, shake it off here, boys. Let's see what we can do this one. Great face-off win by Otis. Misfired pass by Dalmatau, and that gets sent back, and Daigle will have to start back into his own own zone. Otis onto it again. On Funes. Funes sends that up to Chen. Chen can't get it by Dalmatau. O'Hanley sends that over. Daigle on the far side. Up the wall. Regan dumps it down. Dalmatau on the forecheck. O'Hanley's got to make a play quickly. He takes a check from Dalmatau. Otis with a look in front. Just can't get it to anybody. Chen falls, makes a play to O'Hanley. He'll chip it out to neutral ice. Freer onto it now with Woodman all over him. Funes misfired. Here comes Regan. Nice hard hit on Funes by Regan. Daigle can't keep it in. Woodman onto it now. And there's Alex Regan again. Lodge sends that to the far corner. Chen onto it. He'll take a check from Freer. Well done to separate man from puck. Daigle's onto it now. Send across to Regan. And he'll shoot that. He'll get the face off the end of his shift. Great smart play. Holy jumping, he was all over the ice on that one. On the far corner, making a hit in his own high slot, making a defensive play. Great shift from Alex Regan. Oh my.
Yeah, great to see. I think he was a little bit quiet yesterday, but he's getting fired up now. And that was good hit and smart play to force the goaltender to make the catch and get the whistle.
Absolutely, just getting a pat from Coach Cam Freer here on the bench. That was a phenomenal shift, absolutely. Probably saying do that a few more times. 2-on-1 here for Australia, developing Steven and Costa. Steven will take it to net himself, shoots and scores. Faked the pass, had Brooks sliding to his right, took the puck back left.
Yeah, that's a really good move to score that goal. We'll hopefully get a good view of it from behind the net on the replay. You can see him coming in there. He has the pass option, so Aston Brooks has to respect that pass, and he fakes as if he's going to drive towards the far post and cuts back and tucks it in short side.
Great patience here. He'll send it back. Oh, great play.
Yeah, that's a really difficult save to make for Aston Brooks.
That is a goal scorer's goal.
And it is 2-1 now for Australia. They've
Burns
regained the lead.
Amstead. Tipped in by Devlin. He's in on Pretorius. Well, no, by Pretorius. Up to Amston at the point. He'll put a shot on net. Tipped. And that goes up to the mesh. Dylan Devlin did well to get a stick on that one.
So with 7 minutes and 20 seconds left, New Zealand gets a face-off in the Australian zone. A chance to respond here. They'll need to come back with some energy.
So the face-off will go to Tetro's right. Atwell will face off against Casey Kubara. Won by Atwell. Hayward Jones sends that into the corner. Is that Christensen? No, not Christensen. It's Pretorius all over Eden. Kubara supporting his D. Hits a skate, can't get out. Now it does. Kubara gets a hit. The door opens, but they're going to close that real quick. Great hit. Eden onto it. That shot is caught by Tetro. 6:58 left here in the second period.
So the Ice Blacks are doing well to force Tetro to hang onto the puck and get some whistles, but they need some face-off wins here. They haven't been able to win enough draws in the Australian end to put pressure on Australia. And it's really tough, those zone entries. They need to take advantage of every opportunity they can get to set up in the Australian zone.
Christensen onto it. Eden gives him a bump. Webster supports his D, takes a check from Atwell, and that gets chipped back to New Zealand ice. Simon will get there first, no icing. Tries to send it across to Hayward Jones. Hayward Jones collects it up to Eden. Eden looking for support, no one there. That gets picked off by Ruck. Ruck up to Webster. Leaves it back for Ruck. Another 2-on-1 here. Ruck and Lashenko. Ruck with a great save.
Big save
by
by
Brooks.
Brooks.
Brooks can't cover that one, but Webster's onto it. Christensen. Webster back with it. He gets knocked down by Simon. Simon wheeling up ice with it. He'll look to beat Christensen. Gets to the puck, puts a shot on net. That gets tipped around to the corner. Chris Eden keeps it in. He sends it back to Daigle. I think that hit Lashenko's stick and went back. Daigle chops it out to Kozak. Kozak wheeling with it now. Hits Eden. Eden trying to go back to Kozak. Funes can't send it away. Sean Brown on the forecheck. That gets past Mitchell Freer and Woodman one-on-one here with Daigle. Trying to get around, sends that shot high and wide off the mesh, and we'll have a face-off.
I think New Zealand needs to win more draws, especially in the Australian end. They haven't really been able to apply pressure to Australia when they force the Australian goaltender to cover it up. Credit, however, to Luke Simon. He's looked really good out there. He was just on another shift, had a good drive into the Australian zone, got a shot on target.
Yep, just one shift at a time. You're one shot away, little by little. Here comes Kozak up the near side. Ooh, just stepped around Chen. Could have been a dangerous play with his knee stuck out there. Woodman looking for Lodge. Pass just missed. Lodge trying to get through. Daigle wins it. Ships it up. Fune stepping up, keeps that in. Wrapped around to Kozak. He'll send it cross ice, but not out. Chen onto it now. He'll give Sean Brown a bump, but hangs onto the puck. Turns away from Kozak. Chen with it. Shot. Great block by Sean Brown. Dagsy onto it now. Sends that around. O'Hanley keeps it in. He'll shot tipped on net by Lodge, and Brooks will gobble that one up.
I'm curious if he was intending to tip it or actually deflect it to his teammate waiting at the back post. I don't know if he saw him there.
I didn't see the back post. I just saw a great shot by O'Hanley and a great tip, but Brooks is equal to the task. To answer your question, Amy, there is more seating at Botany, as Botany is a bigger rink than the Avondale rink. Face-off won by Australia. Shot goes wide. Kashia's shot heads wide. Boyle, does well to keep that in. Carini onto it. Goes behind that, looking to center, hit a leg in front, and Brooks will just eat that one.
Brooks holding the fort. He has made 25 of 27 saves, or I guess that'll be 26 of 28 once we update the shot count. It's a rock back there for New Zealand.
He's doing everything you need your goaltender to do. He's giving you a chance to win the game. 4:46 left in this second period. If you're just joining us, Australia leads the series 1-0, 1-0, up 2-1 in this hockey game.
And one more save for Brooks again.
Yep. But again, another face-off win from Australia. Todd, I don't think he's lost. I don't think I've seen him lose more than 2 face-offs all weekend so far. Try to step through, but Otis did well to stop that one that time. Otis gets on that. He'll look to clear, but can't. Steven onto it, looks for Carini, can't quite find his man. Todd gets stepped into by Amston. Otis still boarding his D. Carini finds the loose puck. He'll try to send that up. Great play by Kashia to keep it in on a bouncing puck. Back to Carini. Took a pass, hit a skate over to Boyle. Boyle can't quite keep it deep. Swing and a miss by Otis over to Steven. Steven shot, blocker save, rebound to Dalmatau, looking to clear. Otis with a great pass. Dalmatau, the 2-on-1 developing with Regan. Shot. Oh.
That was a great pass by Dalmatau to thread it through the Australian defense, get it to Regan. Regan unable to finish, shoots it up into the netting. Seeing that on the replay now, your teammate Dalmatau, you know how good he is.
Even I want to also highlight Ian Otis' great pass from his own zone to get the puck to create that opportunity. You see it from a great angle here. Had a golden opportunity. Off the crossbar.
Wow, that was closer than I thought. Really well done.
Miettinen goes off the glass and out. Hayward Jones with it. Sends it to Lockie Freer. Over to Devlin. Jumps over his stick. Brunt goes off the boards up to neutral ice. Simon with it now. He'll turn away from Miettinen, headed over to Hayward Jones. Looks cross ice to Freer. Nearly picked off but got through. Freer will dump that down behind Tetro's net. Sandoy looks like he's potentially playing forward on this shift. Justin Daigle with it. He'll go behind his own net. Leaves it there for Freer, who chips it home to no one. Pretorius with a shot, saved Brooks. Here comes Daigle, wheeling up the far side. Looking for Sandoy in the middle, pass misfires. Brunt sends that over to Casey Kubara. He'll take it into New Zealand ice. To his brother Tyler. Tyler drops it back for Pretorius. Miscommunication back to neutral ice. And Australia will have to start again via Costa. He goes over to Casey Kubara. coming up the far side. He'll get the red line and deep and head to the bench for a change. Brooks, weird bounce. Oh my.
That is so unlucky.
What a tough bounce.
Oh, these boards here in Botany are chaotic. It's really unlucky for Aston Brooks.
Was that Casey or Tyler Kubara on that one? No.
Oh, it just skips over his stick.
That was Lashenko on that one. Probably the easiest goal of his international career.
You can see here Aston Brooks. Oh, and the puck just skips over it. These boards here in Botany are lively. I think maybe Aston Brooks isn't quite as used to them since he plays in Queenstown. Usually, goaltenders should go behind the net to get those, but it might be a bit too dangerous out here. Maybe stay home.
Just an unfortunate bounce. Lashenko's Johnny on the spot, and Australia leads 3-1. Christensen with it now. Sends it across to Webster. Daigle wins that race, chops up the point. Costa keeps it in. Move around Eden to Lashenko. Sends it around to Ruck. Ruck onto it. Mitchell Freer with it, weaving through the Australian defense. Pass is tipped by Lashenko. Costa onto it now. He'll stop behind his own net, and he starts wheeling up ice. Looking for Webster, pass misses. No icing though. Freer onto it. Heads up. Nice check by Webster. Well done by Freer to stay on the puck. Michael Atwell going up ice. Cross ice to Jordan Chalice. He's in on a partial break. Shot. Great save. Rebounds there. No. Well done by Costa coming back. Chris Eden with a loose puck there. Costa picking up that loose change. Wrapped around Sean Brown on Christensen on the forecheck. Oh, we have a penalty. Roughing is the call, and Lashenko is going to sit for 2 minutes or less. We have 1:40 left in the second period. What a huge power play to go down into the third period down by 1 goal, or down into the third period going down by 2 goals. This would be a huge power play here for your Ice Blacks.
Chalice had a great chance there as well to bring it within 1. He's very good at shooting 5-hole. You saw him go 5-hole again there. He's known for that quick 5-hole shot. Scored on me way too many times with that one, but Tetreault read it well.
He did. Atwell wins that face-off. Kick back to Amston, down to Burns on the half wall. Sends it up to Amston. This will be a big penalty kill for Australia. Over to Dalmato, sends it down to Atwell. Atwell up to Dalmato. Dalmato over to Amston. Slap shot, great block by Todd. Steven, is onto it now. Great block by Todd, put his body on the line. Blocker save there, rebounds available, but Burns takes it away. Kubar knocked that one out of the air. But here come the Ice Blacks. Ian Otis coming through. Steps around O'Hanley, coming around, over to Burns. Burns surveying, looking for an option. He'll go up to Amston, does well to keep it in. No, he cannot. Takes a check from Miettinen, forcing him into a play he didn't want to make. Kubara with it now, all the way back to Funes on the near side. He'll send that all the way down. And the Ice Blacks will have to start again with 25 seconds left in the period. Chalice on the far side. Let's see what magic he can come up with on this shift. Looking cross ice. Couldn't get anything on that time. Great forecheck by Freer. Daigle shot. Scores! Justin Daigle!
What a shot by Daigle. Seeing I shot. I'm sure Tetreault had trouble seeing that one. We see by his reaction, I don't think he got a clean look at that one. Daigle is really good at identifying when there's a screen in front of the goaltender.
Great play from Mitchell Freer to win the battle so that his brother Lockie can send that up to Justin Daigle. Mitchell Freer, great forecheck to keep possession for the Ice Blacks. And now we have a 3-2 hockey game with 10 seconds left in this second period.
I can see the screen on Tetreault was actually from his own forward, moving up to Daigle to try and get the block. Daigle uses him really well as a screen to take away Tetreault's eyes.
Outwell wins the faceoff from Kubara. Freer, that'll go for icing. Now we're down into the New Zealand zone with 5 seconds left in the period.
So possibly an important face-off win here for New Zealand. They don't want Australia to be able to get a shot off before the end of this period.
No, Australia sending Todd out there. I think he's probably been the #1 face-off man of the weekend so far.
Yeah, he's been excellent on the draws. Australia overall has been really good today.
But they're going to keep it with Tyler Kubar on the face-off. Probably wanting Todd's heavy shots back there. Atwell's be a big face-off with Michael Atwell. Scramble draw. One-timer. Great block by Chris Eden, I think. And that'll do it for the period.
Big block by Eden. These guys are battling hard out there.
You can't tell me these boys don't want it. I know it's supposed to be a quote-unquote exhibition series, but it's kind of like the Four Nations Challenge, or the Four Nations Face-Off. There's no such thing as an exhibition game.
Yeah, both teams are bringing the fire today. Love the passion on display here in the second period. Both teams fired up, playing really well. Physicality, shots all around. Love to see it.
There are 20 minutes left in this hockey game. Can New Zealand score one more and tie it up? Let's wait and find out, eh?
Yeah, last year we saw it went to overtime in game 2, and we had that famous goal, Jackson Fontaine passing it to Regan at the back door, tapping it in. Maybe we'll get to see more overtime action today. I know the crowd would love to see it.
Absolutely, get some free hockey. I'd love to see that. I think that'll do it here for this second period. As Bartek would say, we'll catch you. Go grab a beer. We'll see you in the third period. Kia ora koutou, welcome back to the Hive here in beautiful East Auckland, Botany to be exact. I'm Kyle March, here with my partner,
Bartek Evertovsky. Thank you for joining us for this third period action. So we saw an awesome second period. Both teams came out hard, goals from both teams. So what do you think are the keys to success here as New Zealand is trying to come back against Australia from 1 goal down?
I think we're just continually beating the same drum. I think it's getting into the eyes of Tetro. Everything he's seen, he's saved. He's square, he's big. The Australian defense, credit to them. They've done a great job of clearing out the New Zealand attackers so that Tetro can see it. But I think they got to keep crashing the front of the net and just keep making life stressful on Tetro for him there.
I think that's a good call. As we saw that goal from Justin Daigle near the end of the period, he did really well to use the Australian forward as a screen to take away Tetro's eyes, as New Zealand wasn't able to get one of their own players in front of him. So clever play from Daigle there to bring it within one. And I think they'll need a bit more of that, more bodies in front of Tetro. And as we were talking about Todd winning a lot of face-offs for Australia, New Zealand needs to find a way to win some draws. They're forcing face-offs in the Australian end, forcing the goaltender to make some catches, but aren't able to capitalize on it by winning the draws.
Absolutely, and so that's always the name of the game. How many times do you hear it in the NHL? Face-offs, 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 right? You watch Sidney Crosby has spent how many hours working on his face-offs. So I think that's, as you said, it's going to be a great key to this third period here. We got ourselves a great hockey game here, folks. Todd and Devlin. Devlin wins that one. Kicked over to Kasia. Kasia sends that not all the way in. Well done by Sandoy. Todd on the forecheck. Daigle will wrap that around. Lockie Freer can't get to it. Kept in by Boyle. Send down to Todd behind the goal line. Daigle on him. Knocks him down. He'll take it from him, and up he goes. 3-on-2 for the Ice Blacks. That pass hit a skate. New Zealand's offside. They're going to have to tag up.
And interestingly, as you pointed out at the end of that last period, Sandoy is playing as a forward. We saw him lining up as a winger there to start this period. Interesting if maybe they want to use Sandoy to take away Tetro's eyes, because he's a big body for New Zealand.
Absolutely. Dylan Devlin gets the red line, gets deep, and he'll hit the change. Pretorius will get there. Chalice sidesteps him. Well done by Burns to put his body between his man and the puck to protect it. Chris Eden take it, trying to turn Brunt inside out. It does for a moment. Burns with it. He'll shoot off the goal post. Goodness me, I thought that went in. Clearing attempt off the referee. Atwell on it now. Goes behind the net to Chalice. Chalice goes up to Burns. Burns will look to put a shot just wide. Atwell trying to get to it. Tyler Kubara on it now. Takes a check from Atwell. Nice hard check there. Gets back on side. Pass just missed Chalice. Brunt sends that up to Casey Kubara. Had to keep his head up as Burns was in the way. Otis trying to get on the forecheck. Pass up to Tyler Kubara. He'll dump it and head to the bench. Burns looking to turn up ice hard. He'll hang on. Survey gets a pass to Dalmatau. He'll tip that in, and New Zealand will look to forecheck. Costa onto it now. Sends it up to Ruck, excuse me. Stopped by Luke Simon. He'll turn it up ice. Otis now goes cross ice to Dalmatau. That just hopped over his stick. Lashenko onto it. His circles, wraps it behind his own net. Christensen bobbled the puck for a moment, but did well to chip it up to Ruck. Just avoided a check from Regan. Webster on it now. He goes into the corner. Otis on him. Takes a check. Simon supporting. Simon gets over to Ruck. Tries to center it. Hayward Jones into a race with Costa. Keeps it in. Out to Regan. He'll chop that back to neutral ice. And Lashenko will go collect that into his own zone. And he reverses that back to Tetro. Tetro will move that on for Costa. Costa over to Christensen, who'll go glass and out. No ice. Brooks will leave it there for Simon. Simon surveying the area. Gives it to Sean Brown. Indirect pass, misfires, and that could be an icing. Yes, Funes got there just in time with Kozak hot on his heels.
And I think it's time for a timely face-off win for New Zealand, as we have some tired legs out there. They're unable to change because of the icing.
We got a couple greetings from Calgary, from Canada.
Oh, thanks for tuning in from Calgary. Must be really late out there.
Well, thank you. Thank you for the shout out to me. I appreciate it. I've been here almost 2 years, just over 2 years now. And I'm sorry, Mom and Dad, but I don't think I'll be moving back to Canada anytime soon. I quite like it here.
Oh, you don't want to
New
shovel
Zealand.
snow?
I can't say that I missed that. I can't say I missed that.
Yeah, neither do I. I never want to shovel snow again in my life.
Although if you get a nice snowblower, it makes that quite nice.
Yeah, we didn't have the money for that when I was a kid. Me and my brother were the snow blowers.
Ah, there you go. That gets chipped out. Kozak giving chase to O'Hanley, who gets onto it. Quick up. That's intercepted by Kozak, looking to center. Great stick there by Woodman. Simon on it, neutral ice. D to partner Mitchell Freer. Mitchell Freer goes to Sean Brown. Tip to Funes. Funes tries to go cross ice. Caught by Kozak. Lodge on him. Stopped up by Kozak. Looks for Dago, tries to take a shot, and that gets deflected to the far corner. Sean Brown, great little twist fake away from O'Hanley. He'll send that to Kozak. Great stick there by Woodman to chip it away, and he's up ice with it now. Wheeling and dealing. Drops it off for Chen. Well done by Mitchell Freer again. Boyle back down to Chen, back up to Boyle. Freer trying to knock it away from him. Other Freer trying to get away from Chen. He'll hang on to it. Chen tries to center. That didn't. Nobody home for Australia. Try to tap that home. Devlin on Kashia. Devlin steps around him. Looking up ice. They're looking up to the point. Daigle with it. Steps around Steven. Still with it. Gosh, is he slippery out there.
Such a good defenseman.
To Freer. Centers. Nobody there for New Zealand. Other Freer. Slap shot. Just wide. I think Tetro may have gotten a toe to that one. Daigle gets a hard check from Woodman for his troubles. Sandoy in on it now. Boyle takes the body. Carini picks up the puck. He'll wrap it around. Well done by Todd to wait for a half second, so it's not too many men despite the calls from the home crowd. Carini goes, finds Todd, and Justin Daigle will sit for 2 minutes or less. Oh, it's a penalty shot. They are going to call that penalty shot.
Interesting. Let's see on the replay. I'm not sure if he lost an edge or if there was contact from Daigle's stick to his skates. I think he lost an edge. Daigle did get his stick up into the arm, so that should be a penalty.
The penalty, I agree 100%, and I'm not 100% sure on the rule, but it is a penalty shot they're going to call. I wouldn't say that was a clear-cut breakaway, in my opinion.
I think that is a bit questionable. So, big moment in this game. Aston Brooks, they're counting on him to stand tall, to make this save, to keep his team in it. They're going to need him to be a brick wall right here. Let's see if he can do it.
Tommy Stevens stepping up for Australia. It was Todd who drew the penalty, but Tommy Stevens will look to try to make this a 4-2 hockey game in over the blue line. Backhand, back to forehand. No goal. No goal, the referee says. No goal, the referee says, but they're going to redo it.
That is quite interesting, actually.
No goal, but they're going to redo it.
I don't think I've ever seen this before. Have you seen something like this?
I'm not sure. Todd's going to step out. He wants an explanation. Fair enough. Fair enough, but they're going to retake it.
I thought that would have been a goal. Well, I think the penalty shot was a bit questionable to start with anyway, so maybe evening things out.
And I mean, to Todd's point, I would have thought the puck would have gone in the net either way, so I'm not too sure on that one.
To be honest, I think that should have been a goal, and it shouldn't have been a penalty shot in the first place.
There you go. Steven upset. Let's see if he can do it again. Goes back to the same move.
Big save.
Big save on that one, and the net comes off.
Seriously, someone fix those pegs.
Are they going to do it again?
Oh,
are they going to do it a third time?
No way.
I think you have to at this point because the net's come off twice.
Oh.
I think you have to. Maybe I'm crazy.
We're getting our own mini shootout.
Please don't kick me out of the country. But I think you have to do it again. Stevens set up, ready to go. Goes back to the same move. Referees are discussing.
Absolute cinema out here.
Oh my goodness. So you could.
They're
going to give it a goal.
What?
They're going to call a goal.
What? This is probably the strangest call I've ever seen in ice hockey.
Callum Burns will go out. He wants an explanation. Fair enough as well.
Surely you can't call that a... I mean, Aston Brooks obviously is not trying to kick the net off on purpose. That is just equipment failure. The pegs obviously squirt some water on those pegs so that it freezes and they can stay in.
I've seen a lot of hockey in my life, Bartek. I don't think I've ever seen that.
Yep. I'm a few years older than you. I've been watching hockey a little bit longer, and I also have never seen something like this before.
Interesting. So we have a 4-2 hockey game, just over 5 minutes left in the third period. On a penalty shot taken twice. One went in, the second one didn't. The net came off both times.
So the one that didn't go in was called a goal, and the one that went in was not called a goal.
Interesting.
Very interesting. That's the bold move out there.
So anybody at home who has access to Google, who can maybe quickly Google a rule book, that would be, we really appreciate that here. While someone's looking that up for us, Chalice will send that in for Chris Eden to the near side corner. Pretorius loses an edge. Eden able to center it. No one able to shoot that one though. Eden on it again, trying to keep it away from Casey Kubar, and does. Back to Burns. Burns sends it up. Amson will just chip that down. That deep pairing needs a change. Brunt around to Mietinen. Mietinen back down to Brunt. Brunt goes D to Pretorius. Pretorius looking up ice. Leaves it for Lashenko. Lashenko goes it. Excuse me. Simon on it now. Lashenko all over him. Tries to chip it past Costa. Can't. Regan onto it now. He'll circle back in his own zone. Webster giving chase. Over to Hayward Jones. He goes back behind his net to Simon. And you can see the press, or the press there from the trap from Australia, trying to gobble up any rush from New Zealand. Hayward Jones sidesteps a check from Ruck. Christensen chips that out, and Simon will start again. Webster on him. Simon turns away, chips it to Dalmatau, goes back, and Simon gets stepped into hard by Christensen. Regan gets stepped into again, or there by his man Costa. That gets wrapped around to Ruck. Ruck goes up ice with it. Great back check by Dalmatau. Kicks it to the middle. Loose puck there. Brown sees it first, shot, and that is stopped by Tetro.
That's a classic Finnish catch there. That across the body catch. We're seeing that on the replay now, the penalty shot. Nope, never mind. We're not seeing it on the replay.
Sorry. Let's have a look at the penalty shot replay here. So he's coming in, goes back to the same move, puts it in the net.
Yeah, the first one should have been the goal. I'm not sure why they retook it and then counted the retake as a goal.
I'm not sure either, but here comes Chen. He'll fire it. Oh, can't be caught cleanly. I think it was Lodge ended up in the net, but not the puck, so we play on. Sent back down in the corner. Chen protects the puck from his backside, sends that up, and Jackson Flight sends that away. Andre Kozak will go up with it. That pass hit escape. Mitchell Freer stepping into Woodman. Kozak onto it now. Protects the puck from Chen. Looking to center. Funes intercepts that one. Devlin picks his pocket. Funes takes his man to the boards. Daigle in the corner with it on Lodge. Trying to center. O'Hanley picks that pass off. And O'Hanley will look to send it. Icing. Race here. Chen and Sandoy will win that race. That's a better shift from New Zealand. Great forecheck on that play. And here's another look at that penalty shot. This is the second one. So same move, forehand, backhand, back to the forehand. That's stopped, but the net has come off.
So the goal didn't count, the save counted as a goal, and I don't think that should have been a penalty shot in the first place. I believe it was from zone time that they passed it into the slot, and it was one-on-one there.
Slap shot there from Amson is stopped. Dylan Devlin looks like he may have taken a stick to the face. Looks like he was clutching his face there. O'Hanley on him as Devlin's working in the corner. Devlin still on the puck. Looks to center to Amston. Lodge turns up with it. Over to Chen. Australia getting a change. Chen's on his own looking for reinforcements. He'll just chip that behind the net, and he'll need to change bad. Amston sends it up to Burns. Burns gets his pocket picked by Steven. Steven looking for Sandoy, who just dumps it down. Atwell all over Boyle. Trying to win a battle there by himself. Todd comes in and supports his defenseman, and he finds Steven in on a partial break. Here comes Luke Simon, great back-checking effort. Well done. Rebound. Has no idea where it was.
Oh, really unlucky for Aston Brooks.
Unlucky for Aston Brooks.
He's
Absolutely.
been hard done by. We had that puck skip over his stick in the second period. That penalty shot, which never should have been a penalty shot, and now makes the save, and it just sits there in the slot.
A
Really
great back-checking effort here by Luke Simon. Doesn't let Steven shoot. Brooks doesn't know where the puck is. And Carini is the Johnny on the spot there.
Yeah, massive credit to Luke Simon. He did really well. Did not take a penalty at all there, which I'm sure the referee would have called a penalty shot, given their previous decisions.
I appreciate how Carini went bar down on that one, because as we know, growing up in Northern Ontario, it doesn't count unless you go bar down, bud. So thank you to Carini for putting that one bar Mexico, as we'll say.
Bar down ski.
Bar down ski, there you go. Pretorius onto it now. He goes over to Miettinen. Miettinen will circle back into his own zone. Leaves it back to Pretorius. Pretorius circles back himself. Otis all over him. He finds Miettinen, quick shoulder check, turns into the New Zealand zone. He chips it down to Casey Kubara, who's on Luke Simon. Oh, Simon will take that stick real quick and go for a little skate with it. And Ian Otis is up ice on the far side. Looks to step around Brunt. He'll go around, trying to reverse it backdoor to Chris Eden, but great defensive play by Miettinen on that one. And here comes Casey Kubara. He'll dump it and head to the bench. Freer going up to Otis, looking to chip Dalmatal with speed. Great stick by Lashenko to shut that down. Regan on it in the corner. Wraps it around to Dalmatal, who gets stepped around by Costa. Great forechecking by Otis again to keep it in. Daigle steps up and pinches that down. Otis behind the Australian goal. Looking to center it. Freer with the shot. Tipped by Ruck, and that goes out of play. We'll have a face-off in the Australian zone.
So you're asking people in the chat to look up the rules. So Cyber says, a goal will be awarded when a goalkeeper attempts to stop a penalty shot by throwing their stick or any other object at the player taking the penalty shot, or by dislodging the goal. So I don't think that would be intentional. It did not look like Aston Brooks intentionally knocked the goal off. It looks like just a failure of the pegs to stay in. He's a big guy, so if he bumps those posts with these pegs we use here, they're going to come off.
Well done by Ruck to get to that puck and prevent the D-to-D pass from Freer to Daigle. Freer with it now, looking to go cross ice. That goes off of Costa's skate, so it's not icing. Flight all over him. Costa did well to keep the puck. Christensen goes up to Webster. Webster just avoided a check from Brown over to Lashenko. Lashenko on the wide. Great tip from Costa. Great heads-up play. Kozak turning up ice. He finds Sean Brown. He comes up through middle ice. Overskates the puck there, and Costa on the back check will leave it for Ruck. Ruck gets the line deep, and Daigle will collect. He'll start again here in his own zone. Justin Daigle finds Freer, takes a check from Chen, who also hits the referee, or the linesman, excuse me. Hopefully he's okay. But they're just as tough as hockey players. They got to referee the fastest game on earth. Devlin finds it. He'll pass it up to Lockie Freer, who'll dump it down. He's on Hanley. He'll try to chip it. Hanley can't make a play on that one. Nice try. Find it looking for Sandoy in front. Just can't get it to him. Could be an icing call. It is an icing call. Australia cannot change.
Credit to the Ice Blacks. They're not rolling over and giving up here. They've been hard done by some bad bounces and very questionable refereeing decisions. But they're still battling out here, trying to give the fans a show. And they still have 9 minutes to make a comeback.
They do, and by no means are they out of this hockey game. There's a lot of time left on the clock. You're 3 shots away. Already they've had more shots on goal than they did last night. So there's more positive. Slap shot there by Chalice is blocked by, I believe that was blocked by Woodman. Funes and Lodge there working onto it. Funes comes up with the puck. He works out. Golly, that's a head of hair if I've ever seen one. And he'll send that down for icing, and we're going to blow that for icing. No one touched that one.
I see. I just noticed Cyber in the chat was clarifying that dislodging the goal either deliberately or accidentally can trigger a goal on a penalty shot. That's very interesting. Is that IIHF rules, Cyber, or is that NHL rules?
I would assume it'd be double IHF. But thank you for finding that rule for us. So that's a new one for myself personally.
So I guess the first goal should have counted. Maybe the refs did some Googling to check during the second attempt.
Maybe. Well, maybe they needed old Rock Caron on the Google sheet to Google that one for him. Battle behind the Australian zone here. Chris Eden looking to step out in front. Just can't get around the stick of Tétrault. Well done there. Funes with it. He finds Todd. Todd coming up with speed. One-on-one shot deflected by Burns, up and out of play. That's gone out of the ring, or past the mesh. Another souvenir for a lucky fan.
I think it almost pinged the fan in the head, actually.
Uh-oh, not again.
As it went into the netting and dropped down, I think it might have bumped off someone's head. They're probably okay. I think that stopped most of the momentum of the puck.
Well, they constantly warn people when they come into the rink to keep your head up, watch the puck, because it does come flying out and it does come fast. Carini behind the New Zealand goal, tries to center it. Well done by Simon to shut it down. Hard check by Luke Simon to separate Carini from the puck. Ian Otis onto it now. Finds Regan. Regan looking to go middle. He gets a check from Steven for his troubles. Ian Otis turns the puck over from Kasia. He'll send it cross ice. Oh, goodness me, just jumped over Dalmatau's stick. And he steps into Steven. Regan protecting from Kasia. Well done by Regan. Kasia and Steven battling it for it, and Regan still on the puck. Does well to get it to the point. Luke Simon on it now. He'll just go down into the corner. Dalmatau onto it. He sends it over to Otis. Otis up to Simon. Simon shot. Glove save by Tétrault. Calm, cool, collected.
Good shift from the kids out here. Otis, Dalmatau, Regan, Simon out there, all battling really hard. I think all under 21 years of age.
Don't forget Flynn Hayward-Jones, I think might be 22, 23. The ageless wonder at some point, I'm sure.
Yeah, his brother Nash Hayward-Jones in the wings waiting. I'm sure he'll be joining the Ice Blacks in a year or two.
Face-off one again by Australia. Well done by Freer to keep it in for a moment. But here comes Miettinen, gets his pocket, almost picked by Dylan Devlin, but he keeps it and dumps it down deep. Casey Kubara on the forecheck. Well done to separate man from puck. He's still onto it. He'll go up to the point to Pretorius. Pretorius over to Casey Kubara. Back to Pretorius. His stick gives up on him. He's got to go to the bench and get a new weapon.
Another stick sale for Darren coming up.
Boy, isn't this a great weekend to be a center ice employee.
Maybe he needs to give a discount to these two teams.
Tyler Kubar onto it now. He gets taken down. They are going to give that one a trip.
See the replay on this one. I think we're going to see a replay of, oh yeah, the trip. Difficult to see from that angle. See right here. Oh yeah, that is a trip.
Yeah,
right in the shin pads.
Yep, they're going to make that call. And you're absolutely right, Andrew. That is a very expensive shot. Your stick's breaking like that. 6 minutes, 37 seconds left. Australia to the power play. They lead this game 5-2. Webster and Atwell in the face-off. Atwell, I believe, won that one. It's wrapped around. Furr will get there first, and he'll swing at the length of the ice. And Australia will restart in their own zone. Here comes Boyle. Over to Webster. Webster up this near side. Stops up. Great stick check by Daigle, but not out. Boyle holds the line. D to D over to Ruck. Ruck shot, save, rebound available. Cleared away by Daigle. No go down. Boyle onto it now. Up he comes, redlining in. Burns gets there. Can't clear. Miettinen in front, can't get a shot. Brown with a great defensive play. Ruck just holds the line. Funes is there. He'll shoot. I think that was tipped just wide by Miettinen. He almost picked the New Zealand pocket. And that doesn't quite get out. Chris Eden will have it now, and he will send that down past Ruck. A little bit of a scrambly power play for Australia. Not as clean as I'm sure they're used to.
Yeah, credit to New Zealand for a good penalty killing.
Absolutely, and here comes the fresh unit with Todd. He'll slingshot it back to Steven. Steven over to Carini, looking to find Kubara with speed, but can't, and Flight will send that down. Tétrault with it, he kicks it over to Todd. Todd up ice here, the Australian captain. Great play by Flight to disrupt that one. Simon can't get it all the way deep. Flight will do that for him. Tetro onto it. Dalmatel pressuring. 15 seconds left on this power play. Flight still on the forecheck. Steps into Todd, who kicks it over to Steven, and Steven will head up ice. Penalty about to expire here. Steven with it. Wheels into the corner. He'll wrap it around for Casey Kubara. That jumps his stick right to Dylan Devlin. Could be a one-on-one here. Ivan Dalmatel trying to get around Hanley. Backhand shot just goes wide. Here comes Casey Kubara. Dylan Devlin on him. Casey Kubara still on the puck. Hayward Jones tries to meet him. That gets wrapped around behind the New Zealand net. Well done by Freer to leave it for Devlin. He'll start to head up ice. Looks for the high flip. That goes off an Australian glove, a New Zealand glove, and then New Zealand will play it. That is a hand pass.
Yeah, great penalty killing by New Zealand here. And we're seeing that chance now from Dalmatel, one-on-one. Tries to go wide. Doesn't really have a good option for a shot. Just tries to shovel it on net, but gets it into the boards.
Great stick by O'Hanley to keep him to the outside and force him into a backhand shot that I'm sure Ivan would. There you go. You can see on that replay, O'Hanley does get to the puck.
Yeah, well read by Hanley on defense there. Dalmatel is a very slippery player.
Chalice and Chen being told to back up out of the circle. And Freer will dump that down. It's in front. Atwell nearly had a chance. I think the similar bounce that we saw do Aston Brooks and almost got Tetro on that one. Brooks still has it there. He'll leave it for Freer, who's got it. He turns it back to Chalice. Chalice goes off the boards. Woodman gets there first. He looks to get it deep, but off the glass and into the netting. We'll have a stoppage in play. 3 minutes, 40 seconds
Seeing that
left.
Bounce now
You
off
can
the
see
board.
it off the Zamboni
crazy
door.
Zamboni door bounce.
I had no idea where it was. Michael Atwell, Johnny on the spot, just couldn't find it in time. You see he signals to his defenseman it's going around, and oops.
Does go around, but through the crease. Not the way you want it to. New Zealand, unfortunately, unable to capitalize on that lucky bounce.
Shots right now 39-23 in favor of the Australians.
We'll redo that face-off.
We've got a warning given to Australia. I think it was number 17, Tommy Stephen, moving early on the face-off. So they're going to warn that one. So Todd wins that face-off away from Atwell, and he'll chip that in. Great pass there from Kashia. Amston get there first, rims it around. Chalice tries to kick it forward. Intercepted there by Boyle, who stops that one. Back down to Burns. Burns goes over to Chalice. Can't handle the pass. Shot saved. Chalice finishing his check on Carini. He has it. Carini picks Chalice's pocket. Tries to cut to the net. Well done by Burns. Well done by New Zealand there to clog the middle. Up to Boyle at the top. Shot saved by Brooks. There's nothing there.
Well done. Brooks has done really well managing the traffic today. He hasn't let any pucks beat him from the point with those screens in front. You see a big body right in front of him, and he's able to find the puck. That's right, both the New Zealand defenseman and the Australian centerman screening him.
2 minutes, 59 seconds left in game two. Australia leads this one 5-2. Dylan Devlin winning that face-off. Luke Simon takes over, trying to turn away from Tyler Kubara, and does. He'll reverse it back. Dylan Devlin gets there. He'll try to turn it back. Heads up. Miettinen and Tyler Kubara. Over to Casey Kubara. Glove save by Brooks. What a save. Dylan Devlin trying to turn away again from Tyler Kubara, who gobbles him up. Kicks free. Tyler Kubara kicks it up front. Here's Casey again, trying to go back door. Great stick by Luke Simon. Pretorius has stepped up now in the corner. He swings back up with the puck. Leaves it for Miettinen. But that gets out over the blue line. Miettinen goes cross ice to Brunt. Brunt will chip it for Casey Kubara. He's poke checked by Hayward Jones, who goes D to D to Luke Simon. Puck didn't get there. Miettinen got there first. Hayward Jones tying up his man. Luke Simon picking up the puck. Nearly gets his pocket picked by Kubara, and then he does. Casey Kubara on the puck. Head nodding to his teammate, trying to move somewhere. Brunt, shot, great block by Luke Simon. Those don't feel too good. And he'll dump it down rolling puck will go for icing.
Well done by Luke Simon. He's had a solid game today. Completely unfazed by that unlucky bounce off his skate yesterday. And he'll have to come back out here, I think, as they are not allowed to change.
No changing on the icing.
And I think we're seeing now on the replay here, great forechecking by Australia, forcing the turnover. Pass right into the slot. Aston Brooks gets his glove up. Massive save to keep New Zealand in this.
Face off to Brooks' left, won by Australia. Costa, looked to pull the trigger, just skipped over his stick, and he'll go back. New Zealand can get a change for a couple of players. Simon trying to, here comes Webster, excuse me, and that's a great save by Brooks. Let's get a whistle, let's finish the change here. Great transition play from Australia. Little 1-2 quick up. Webster coming through the middle, gets a shot. Aston Brooks read that one all the way. Great save. Face-off back to his left. Webster and Sean Brown. Brown wins that face-off. Daigle will rim that around to Kozak. He picks it up. Goes cross ice to Daigle again. He's got Brown in the middle. Oh, he had him, just couldn't pull the trigger. Great play by Brown to drive that middle lane. Freer has it now. He goes cross ice to Kozak. Steps around Webster, trying to find Sean Brown again through that middle, but that's hit a Lashenko's skate and went back to him. Freer stepping up, still there, available. Ruck will send that down. Brooks stopping it up. Webster on him. He'll send that over to Daigle. He'll rim that over to Kozak. Ruck, on him. Webster helping out. Less than a minute left in this third period. Battle there on the half wall. That gets sent down to Ruck. Ruck can't center. Kozak wins it. He reverses it back to Freer. Freer reverses it back to Sean Brown. 38 seconds left in the game. Brown over to Kozak. Kozak cross ice to Daigle. Daigle up to Flight. Heads up. He knocked down by Funes, and that gets down. Not enough for icing. Woodman gets there. Woodman moving up ice, wheeling and dealing. Another guy, backhand shot. Brooks puts that behind the net. Tries to center, that went off the side of the net. Dalmato finds Regan, couldn't find him. Looking with speed. Tries to go cross ice, Boyle intercepts that one. Woodman with the shot, saved by Brooks.
With 3 seconds left, so New Zealand one last face-off in their own end.
One last face-off here. Australia going with the big boys. Kubara, Steven, Todd, Carini, and Boyle. Nope. They're going to put the other Kubara out there. Nope, just kidding. Pump faked me.
Are the Kubaras not playing together on a single line today?
I'm not sure. They were going to pull. Australia was going to look to pull their goalie.
Oh, wow. I like it. That's an aggressive play.
Big face-off win by Todd. But that'll do it for today's game, folks. Thank you to all those in attendance. Thank you to all those on the live stream. We hope you enjoyed listening to a couple of Canadians. Yes,
wearing their Canadian uniforms.
We're ready to rock. Stay tuned to see what tomorrow's wardrobe will be. Maybe we'll put a poll out. Say what should we be wearing tomorrow? What outfit would best suit tomorrow's game?
That's a great idea.
I would want to wear my Leafs sweater, but I'm afraid I'd get way too much heat for it.
Oh, I've got a Tavares jersey as well.
Oh, there you go.
I've got 2 Tavares jerseys actually.
Perfect.
Double Tavares out there maybe tomorrow.
Well, Bartek, let's try to take some positives away from that one for Team New Zealand. I thought they were way more aggressive on their forecheck. Their power play was looking more dangerous. Again, a couple unfortunate bounces that led to a couple of goals. Kudos to Australia capitalizing on their chances. Their power play was clicking. They were great on the face-offs. What were your takeaways from that one?
Yeah, I think you're right. New Zealand looked much better today. As we mentioned yesterday, for these players, they haven't played any really high-level competitive hockey for the entire summer. It is fall here in New Zealand. So they're just getting back into it as the two teams, or rather the NZIHL teams, are just starting up their trainings right now. The Australians have been playing for a few months already, I believe, in the Australian League. So they've had a little bit more of a warm-up, and you can see the Ice Blacks, after that warm-up game yesterday, are now looking much more comfortable. It was a much closer game between these two teams, and I think the score doesn't actually reflect the matchup that we saw today. with some really unlucky bounces. The puck bobbling over Aston Brooks' stick led to a goal. Aston Brooks made that save on the breakaway and unfortunately wasn't able to find, just sat there in the slot for the Australians to tap in. And then there was that penalty shot, which probably should have been a penalty shot, was retaken. That was interesting.
We're just going to leave that one to a I don't know. I have no comments on that one, to be honest. Just getting a salute here from the Ice Blacks. We're going to do this again one more time, see if New Zealand can steal a win here on home ice. Australia now saluting the crowd as well. I always love doing that. I love seeing it. It's always nice to be acknowledged as a fan. Unfortunately, we get to be up here and have the best seats in the house to watch some of this great hockey.
It was an excellent game.
Great hockey game to watch. Absolutely, yes.
And I hope that all of you at home enjoyed that as well. So thank you for joining us, everyone. I was Bartek Ebertovsky and Kyle March bringing you the play, and we'll see you guys again tomorrow night.